the Birdman soundtrack.
Hey,
All
are we
right,
live?
just like the Birdman soundtrack. It's live jazz.
Every night on Ghost in the Scene.
Ghost in the Scene starring Gio, Rob, and Mark.
And Mark. Hey.
Hey everybody, welcome to another week of Ghost in the Scene. Guys, we're so excited to be here in the month of March.
Month of March.
March is the only month where it's a command. It tells you to do something. It tells you to get up on your feet and start walking to the truth.
Yeah, they do. And it's very interesting for spirits when you're in the graveyard. This is the 1 month where ghosts don't float. They march.
They march. They walk.
So the things that go bump in the night and march, that's the ghosts walking about.
That's right. And if you're anywhere near a church, you're on holy consecrated ground. They can't go around there. That's why if you ever camp out, make sure you camp out near a church so that no ghosts wake you up when you're sleeping, because they get really noisy and you can feel the vibrations in the ground.
Yep.
So it's a great month to be in. And honestly, we've found a lot of stuff this month. But I guess before we start with our investigation, we just want to have a big thanks.
Big thanks.
Big shout out.
To the Phantom X Hacker Death Squad at Ghost in the Scene. They've been doing fantastic work. Just patching in so we can communicate with Rob.
Mark took the lead on that one. He spent a whole week sweating in I think it was Moscow.
Moscow mostly, yeah. It was a lot of work, but luckily, thankfully, to the funds by Bill Yates, who provided us with half of our goal, I was able to use some of that money to really just secure what I needed over there, where the tech is just a little ahead, especially when you're dealing with ghost tech.
And all that server space. It's true.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
So we want to thank Bill Yates for his contribution. We're only halfway to our goal, so obviously he took the first step, and it's a big leap.
Big leap.
That's we can say the glass is half full right now, but in a couple of weeks it's going to start looking like it's half empty, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So keep the donations coming, and don't let Bill Yates be the only one giving us the money, because you're going to make him look foolish now.
And you're going to make him pissed. And
we have a dream that we're trying to fulfill, and Bill has been happy to foot the bill, but you need to have the rest of it.
Step it up a little bit.
At least match him.
Come on.
Yeah. So thank you, Bill, and thank you, everybody. Thank you to the Ghost Hacker FX squad. You guys are doing a great job. You guys are doing God's work, and hopefully
Rob's work.
Yeah, you're doing Rob's work, and like we were saying, we can get Rob hopefully on the line in a little while. And once they patch him in, we'll get the call. So you'll be seeing Rob or hearing from him pretty soon. So that's pretty exciting to think about. But we have some investigations on the agenda with that other 100,000. The 100,000 that we got, we did some investigations, and I have found some very, very intense things. Some things that I don't think I should know, but things that I'm glad that I do, and that I'm willing to tell the public tonight. Mark, I already briefed you a little bit on the subject, and you had a little pushback. So let's just get this on. Let's just get this on air, because
let's hear what you have to say.
Okay. We've been talking about Johnny Depp a lot, right? Now, it's been well known fact he has multiple identities. Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with you thus far.
So far. Tommy Haas. That was his last identity that he went by before Johnny Depp. Tommy Haas. Okay?
Tommy Haas.
So those are two. And I don't want to go. There's a whole list. You can, if anybody wants to look into the whole list, we have an entire compendium of all the names, all the identities of Johnny Depp. So Johnny Depp has had many lives, many past lives. And you may think, and a lot of people on our show, their first thought is going to be ghosts, right?
That's the only logical conclusion there is.
Yes, and this is where this is where we're having an issue.
Mm-hmm. So the Federal Ghost Media Board, it's not even, that's kind of a deceptive, but I mean the title's very telling. So this whole group of scientists, professionals, professors, just really experts in the field, directors, agreed that the only occurring phenomena in motion pictures was ghosts. Vampires, they said, that's kid stuff.
I wish it were that simple.
That's just kid stuff.
Yes. Well, that's what I would have said if I didn't have the extra money that I had, the funds that I needed to unlock the books that on the library online. So I went to libraryonline.com and I found some very telling books about vampires. Okay? And the vampires that I found were not just vampires of the fiction books. These were vampires that were performers, Hollywood vampires. Okay? So, and this goes back from well beyond just the Hollywood of California. This goes back to Hollywood, Greece. Okay?
Hollywood, Greece.
So the story of Johnny Depp doesn't start with Nightmare Before Elm Street when he gets sucked into that bed. Okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't start with Crybaby where he's a big crybaby. It starts with him as an ancient Greek philosopher, and then it goes to him as Shakespeare, and then it goes to him as maybe the Dalai Lama, maybe John Wilkes Booth. Okay? So I just wanted to say that Johnny Depp has always been a vampire.
Okay. Well, let me prove. Okay, so ghosts, they're not material matter. So it's very easy for them to sneak into a roll of film, a DVD, or a VHS. A vampire is a physical being. So say this roll of paper towels is a DVD. Where's the vampire going to go? Hello? No room for a person in here.
There's a whole hole in there, Mark.
Maybe in a hole in the DVD, but that's a pocket-sized vampire. That wouldn't fit. And if you're watching it on VHS, there's just a huge fallacy. There's nowhere for the vampire to go. Or on film or laser disc, there's no space. Like a ghost can fit in there because it's spectral and can just get right into the lasers or the light of the film. But a vampire, there's no room for it.
Your elementary explanation of
like
DVD
think of a little
to VHS
like a little
is laughable.
vampire. Think of a little vampire in the small hole.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Exactly.
No, what I'm saying is your explanation is not sufficient. What you're saying, you're just baiting me into an argument about paper towels, and that's not going to happen, Mark. You can't get me to crack because the public needs to know that vampires work with reflections. They're not about space. Don't you watch anything? Vampires about reflections. Vampires work solely in reflections. You can reflect yourself onto a tape. You can reflect yourself onto a surface of a CD, DVD, laser disc. You can reflect yourself onto all of those, Mark. You just totally debunked your own argument.
Staying in Hotel Transylvania for too long.
No.
They don't exist. When have you ever seen a vampire?
I see a vampire every time I watch a Johnny Depp movie. And nobody else wants to believe me. But guess what? Somebody out there believes me because somebody out there has felt the icy chill down their spine when they watch Johnny Depp act. Because sometimes I believe that his makeup is only in the real world and that his true self is caught on screen. And I'd like to show you something. I'd like to show you some images of Johnny Depp in his true self. Okay? Here we go. This is going to be some eye-shattering stuff. So I hope that the audience is willing to understand that you have to see this to understand who the true man Johnny Depp is.
I just think it's bullshit. This is Ghost in the Scene, not Vampire in the Scene. I would be a part of this if it was Vampire in the Scene. I'm a part of Ghost in the Scene, and I don't want anything to do with Vampire in the Scene.
Can we just at least first just admit to me that there is something going on with Johnny Depp?
I mean, I think Johnny Depp is a ghost. But
You
if
think
you
Johnny
ever,
Depp is a ghost?
if you ever read Professor R.L. Steinman's hypothesis, he
Yeah.
said that ghosts, they have different social customs than the world of the living. So when they are inhabiting the physical realm, they act a little funny, and that's where the whole vampire mythos came. So I think Johnny Depp is a ghost who's trying to be normal, but it's not working, and it's a little pale, and hanging out at night. But that doesn't mean he's a vampire. I think he's just a
Okay, well,
confused ghost about our social customs.
can you explain to me then why Johnny Depp is afraid of his own reflection? You can't.
He's very attractive.
Johnny Depp,
See this yeah, it's
he
just
went on Letterman and he told Letterman he doesn't like seeing his movies. He's afraid to watch his own movies because he's a
well,
vampire. Because vampires can't see their own reflection, and that's why, because he's afraid. So
I mean, what
you
are
tell me.
ghosts most afraid of? What are ghosts most afraid of? Other
They're
ghosts. They're more
That's not
afraid of ghosts than we
that's
are.
not true.
So they're
That's
not
not
going to
true.
watch their own movies.
We're not
'cause
going to
it's
get it.
terrifying.
I can't believe this.
And
Can
Johnny
we
Depp.
get an expert? Can we please get an expert in this conversation? Can we please get an expert? Because I don't believe that you're being an expert right now. I believe that you're talking out of your ASS, my friend.
ASS.
He's back. Okay. Thank you,
Oh,
FX team.
thanks.
Finally.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes. Okay, Rob. Rob, let's ring him in. Rob, come on in, buddy.
Rob, are you right? Are you warm in there? Is it warm?
Oh, guys, hold on, here I come.
He's coming, guys.
It's coming.
Here he goes.
Where
Oh,
is he? Hi,
there
Rob.
he is. Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hi. Okay, cool. You're an expert on ghost stuff, Rob. Obviously, you've been in the realm for longer than like 3 months now.
Yeah.
So you would know more than anybody. Is Johnny Depp a ghost or is he a vampire?
Johnny?
Johnny Depp.
You mean Long Johnny?
Yes.
He's a ghost. He's a
No,
ghost.
guys, I don't think you understand these. I mean, he's been here many times before. Long Johnny, oh no, please make him go away. God, is he here?
No.
No,
He's not.
He's not.
He's not
But he's
there
a
right now.
ghost because he's in the ghost dimension. Rob is not. Rob, are you in Vampire Land or the ghost dimension?
God, they just come and go when they please. I don't know what they are.
It could
Guys.
be a vampire.
Guys, he was
There's no
here not
vampires
long
in
ago.
ghost dimension.
He was here not
Long-
long ago. He did terrible
Okay.
things. I can't.
Well, Johnny, stay away from him. Okay,
no, okay,
guys.
Okay, I think I'm okay. But guys, this isn't. We are messing with powerful stuff.
I know.
I'm starting to think that it's not a mistake that I'm here.
What do you think's going on, Rob?
Why are you there?
I think there's harvesting souls. God, there's so many.
Oh my God. And you think Johnny Depp is a part of this? Is he like a soul taker?
I don't think we even understand the beginning of it. He rounds us up, tells us what to do.
He's a vampire.
He's not a good man.
He's not a vampire.
He's not a good man.
Have you
not.
ever?
He comes and goes. I don't think he's a ghost.
Have you ever heard him say boo?
He doesn't think he's a ghost.
Have you ever heard him say boo?
He's been here before.
Just like
So-
Matthew
but-
McConaughey.
Why else would someone be in the ghost dimension if they were not a ghost?
Mark, Matthew McConaughey hangs out in the ghost
guys.
dimension all the time. Just like in
Guys,
the movie Interstellar.
Hold on,
Yeah,
I
but-
think I hear something coming. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes?
Rob, no.
Hello.
Who's there?
Hello.
This is very scary.
Who are you? Johnny?
This is very scary.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Well,
Did we
I
just
think
lose
that's.
Rob? We just lost. We just
Rob,
lost him.
get out.
Okay. The effects team is I guess they're gonna be working on getting Rob back.
They'll be working a double. I'm gonna have some strong words to say to them after this meeting. They're screwed up.
I think Johnny Depp. I will concede that I don't know what he is. I think he's a vampire. I don't think he's a ghost. But
I think he's a ghost.
Okay, fine. You can have your opinion. I'll have mine. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think the more important thing is that Johnny Depp is abusing our friend Robert Thomas, and we need to help him.
That is clear. So please, you guys got to donate. We said this time and time again, but Rob's running out of time. Luckily, Bill Yates donated so we can see him and check in with him to make sure he's safe. But
it's not enough.
We need to get him out.
It's not enough. Johnny Depp has limitless money. He is basically blackmailing Helena Bonham Carter and Tim Burton because they're a bunch of vampire wannabes. That's my idea. That's my theory. Is that they're vampire wannabes. They want to be vampires, and he has been stringing them along for years, telling them that he's gonna make them vampires if they let him be in his their movies. And I don't think it's right. And I think that Johnny is. I think I'm tired of his abuse, and it's finally affected my personal life, my sphere, and it's not going to happen anymore. So Johnny,
you're out.
Final time. You have 24 hours to say you're sorry and to stop leaving my friend in pieces whenever you show up. You come by and he crumbles every single time. I don't know what you're doing to him, but you got to stop it.
Stop the nonsense.
And 2, watch your own movies for once in your life, and then realize that vampires, they can't see the reflections because they're afraid of who they are. And it has nothing to do with magic.
Or ghosts.
Or sure, whatever you want to believe in, Mark. But I think we should stop because just for the sake of Rob, I don't want Johnny to abuse him anymore, because who knows if he's still.
Frankly, I'm too upset. I'm upset that Rob is still in there, and I'm upset at your ignorance, and I don't think I can talk to you anymore.
That's not fair. That's not fair, because we have one more thing to talk about, and this is something that I believe transcends our friendship, Mark, because this is a public service announcement for a single person.
Who is this person?
Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
For Hugh, I'll let it through. For Hugh, I'll let it through.
Okay, good. Thank you for at least having the decency to save a fellow human being, Hugh Jackman, an Australian. Hugh, listen, bud. I know you're just buzzing off your latest success movie, Logan, where you played an old man, and you had the X-Men, and you thought it was behind you, right? You said this is your last movie. Well, I've been reading some articles, and they've been saying that Ryan Reynolds, the star of the latest Deadpool movie, wants you to be in Deadpool 2. I'm here to say,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's a dead movie. You don't want to be in anything having to do with dead.
Yes.
Keep being. Go in Australia too. That was a great movie. Everyone's begging for more Australia. There's no ghosts in Australia, but in a dead pool. It's a ghost pool. Ghost pool.
How deep is that dead pool? 12 feet, 8 feet? Is it Olympic? I don't know. And the fact that Ryan Reynolds is so athletic, you would think it's Olympic. So maybe it's deeper than we think. And I'm just saying, don't do it, Hugh. I know the money's good. I know that Ryan Reynolds is a handsome friend of yours, and you want to be cool with him. Just please.
Don't do it.
You already got out. You said you were going to be done. The X-Men movies already. That's already bad. You don't want to have X-Men. How many X-Men did you do? 7? 7 times X?
A lot.
The calculations are incalculable at this point. But what I want to say is that you don't need to do this anymore.
Don't do it.
Please, Hugh, don't do it. And if you do, I won't support you.
I certainly won't.
I can't anymore. Hugh, you got to stop. You got to quit.
Don't do it.
So that was just my public service announcement. Hugh Jackman, don't do it. Don't do Deadpool 2. Please. For the sake of your children.
Despicable.
Amen. Let's just end it with a quick prayer. I pray to Hugh Jackman that you don't do Deadpool 2.
Yep. I agree.
Right. I think that's all we have for this week's episode of Ghost in the Scene. Next week, we're going to be tackling, I don't know what, but we have a lot of money, so there's going to be some deep dives.
Oh, there's going to be some.
We're working. I mean, the thing is, we still have some guys out in the field collecting some data. So depending on what comes in first, you guys will be privy to some very, very deep Hollywood history.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool.
So watch out for that.
Stay in the scene.
Thank you, guys. Keep your eyes on the screen.